D-Light Side of Life. Just playing you a snippet, a preview of my upcoming single. It's called Lonelier. Go and get it. It's going to be available from the 27th of August on all digital platforms. Right now, it's available on Spotify pre-save. Assam.
No love is better than this. The feeling that you give is a no now. That's why I miss you. I'm craving your kiss. Distance makes it so hard. It'd be so easy to quit and find someone closer, but I would regret. Cause no touch comes close to all that I get just from your aura. I know you're best for all I need to be fair.
I was
so happy just from the memory. Cause it could get lonelier. It could get lonelier.
This song's about long distance relationships. Yeah. You can relate, just sing along.
I get so happy just from the memory. Cause it could get lonelier. It could get lonelier. Love when you text me, though you ain't next to me. Cause it could get lonelier.
What's I
can feel you without your touch. I still hold on without your hug. I'm hoping I could do it more of your body near you.
listen up. Eric.
I can feel you without your touch. I still hold on without your hug. Though I'm coping, I can do with more of your body near you with me here.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to my own single. It's the first time I heard it. Yeah, this is next up. This is my next single from my EP. Go out and get it. Right now you can get the pre-save on Spotify. I'm going to leave the link in the description or the bio, depending on which platform you're using to listen to the podcast. And please go and get it. Support me, support my music. It really helps. And you're not missing out. You're helping yourself with what I believe is a nice tune. Let's get to it. Let's get to today's episode of D-Light Side of Life. Away. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I'm here seated with Luyanda Cornelia Ngubeni on D-Light Side of Life. Pardon?
Ngubeni.
Ngubeni.
Thank you.
Are we going to speak louder or are we going to move closer?
Let me, I don't know.
Yeah. Welcome, Luyanda.
Hello.
You good, you said, hey?
I'm good.
So I have you here because it's Women's Month.
Yay.
And I want to speak about, all the things you do. I'm so inspired by you. And you a woman in the arts, if I can put it that way. And
yes.
Luyanda is a musician, writer,
yes,
a vocalist, and a designer.
Yay.
And also a plumber. Sometimes
yes.
the money must,
Yep.
come in.
Yes.
So, yeah, man. How is it being a musician? What started off your journey, if you could say, what made you want to do music or the arts?
I first started out as a poet, right?
Yeah.
So, I had no idea I could sing until this one day when I was singing something and it was in front of people and they were like, whoa. And I was like, what? I could actually do this. And I think from that point on, I kind of was like, I can sing. Let me just continue.
Hi, God. So wait, you just bravely went out of your way to sing, but you had an inkling, I'm sure. Go high.
Until
Never jealous, maybe.
they had no idea I could sing. Like I was always that quiet child, who no one really gets. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were always maybe singing in the room. That's where you were practicing.
Never. no one knew I could sing because I was not singing when people were around. Or,
In your own capacity, you were in your room maybe singing along, but not knowing you doing anything.
yes.
You just do it to do it.
Just do it to do it, yeah.
So you got lucky. So you're not talent.
Yeah, Joe, like from my dad's side. Yes. Get something I got from my dad's side because when they are singers.
Oh, they know how to sing.
They sing.
Oh, if they had heard you, they'd be like, you can sing. They just weren't around.
Yeah.
No, that's sweet. So how long have you been doing music?
Probably since grade 10, high school. Maybe 2011, probably.
Okay. And I need to add in that Luyanda is based in 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗿.
Yes.
And you've been based 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗿, Atteridgeville, Pretoria. You've been based here your whole life?
Yeah. Well, no. I started out in Mamelodi because I was born and raised in Mamelodi to a certain point, and then I moved to 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗿.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how has 𝗗𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗿 been in regards to, your growth as a musician? Like, are there other musicians around? Have you had to leave this area in order to grow? Or has it been a very accommodating for the stuff you want to do? I mean, resources or contacts or, yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of people kind of think your atmosphere or the people around you kind of influence you to do what you do, but for me it's actually quite the opposite. I didn't draw much from 𝗟𝗲𝗹𝗶𝗶𝗿, maybe because I was that kid in high school who was listening to Lauryn Hill. I was that kid who was listening to Mos Def, Your Last Emperor, these hard guys. And it was kind of hard to figure out hore luge motho mo byang. And I guess I drew from that place more than I did from our
So to me it sounds as though music was more of an escape from your reality. Not to say that there's something wrong with your reality, but to say, like what you're saying, the music didn't necessarily resemble the type of music you'd hear around your environment.
Yeah. It did pose as an escape at first. Maybe I think maybe it did because I didn't want to be in my immediate reality. I would have probably been better around. I thought I could have probably been better around people who were like me, but I think I'm more appreciated by the people around me than I would be, if I were in another place.
Oh, despite you having wanted to be with people from other places, you're still more appreciated.
I feel more appreciated in this space.
Maybe because they can see the special part of you that, you are different and therefore...
yeah.
We can look at this difference in a positive light. And then, so how is that? So what style of music does Luyanda do? If you could categorize it.
Well, for people who do not know me, I am a piano, a house.
Wait, is this the music you listen to?
Gospel singing
making?
Person. No, for the people who don't know me and who've only heard the things I have out there, right? But for people who do know me, I like alternative sounds. I like jazz. I like experimental sounds. I like zoning out. I don't want to be, I don't want to do the things I've done. Well, I did them, so yeah. I don't want to speak negatively on it, but I'm not with it, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So, the woke gang.
Get conscious era. So I get it saying it's all. I kind of feel like we're in a period where we're carried by too much. We're influenced by too much, and maybe I don't want to be influenced.
Okay.
So I'd rather not say I like woke gang, because Ejo, babaladilo mo internet, and they think, oh, this is it. But at the end of the day, here's what I have to say about woke and conscious and all of that. I feel like it was written by a human being. I am a human being, and it was their opinion. They were writing from an experience, and I have to write from my experiences. So I wouldn't say I'm 100% this or 100% like this one.
So you mentioned consciousness. So I'm guessing a lot of what you do musically, similar to Bo Gang, is like speak on a lot of the challenges maybe you face as an individual and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go for the obvious. So as a woman, do you think it's important to make music that targets social issues? Do you make music like that? Do you feel any pressure in being an artist, in feeling that you need to represent people or a certain group of people? How do you navigate around, being an artist and being conscious and...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you, right, I believe I am a writer and a content creator, or I speak more than I sing. Because I want that point to come across, so I do try my best to speak on whatever social issues or whatever relationship issues or whatever it is that I feel needs to be said, I say.
All right. Oh, so you go for that moment, that feel, whatever you want to do now. You're not going to say, okay, because there was a riot, Boma, 2 weeks ago.
Riot
song,
One of the problem I have, the problem I have with current issues is it passes. We're making noise about it now, but that next week you're gonna have forgotten about it. So obviously, we're living, and we're obviously gonna go through those eras, and I feel like we already know bomo itlo at any time. So I don't have to tell you bomo itlo I have to tell you about how to survive, because that's the most important thing, I feel.
To be the unique voice. And let me tell you something you haven't heard, maybe. Let me not. There's already 10 guys doing the riot songs.
Exactly.
No, I like that approach, and I like that you don't feel too pressured, because beyond the music, where it makes sense a bit if people have expectations of you to sing about certain things, but there's this thing of artists should, because they're in a public eye or whatever, they should know about this topic or these subjects and advocate for this and that. So it's important to know that, to remember why you are doing the music you're doing. So I wanted to know now, are there any pros with being a female artist? Like, do you see any benefits? Like, because I see some. My guy, your wife on.
I'm glad you didn't say
I must pay this
cons.
amount though. People would suddenly rehearse for free. No, you need a bassist.
Yo.
So let's just target it that way. The reason why, we'll get to it after. But do you see any pros, and do you take advantage sometimes?
I do see pros in a. Actually, no.
No pros.
Man, no pros.
No benefits.
You know what? I think certain female vocalists can say they have pros, but I think because of what I choose, they normally end up as cons. You know what I mean?
So what do you mean by what you choose?
Because you're pretty.
Okay.
Because you are, I don't know, you're someone's idea of pretty, and hey, you can sing, or hey, I like the way you speak, I like the way you listen, because you're a good person. Because of all that, now, hey, Joe, I can come pick you up. You can come have a free studio session anytime you want. I'm here. I'm your guy. And then next thing, my guy, why are you looking at me like that?
It's about that, my guy.
You know what I mean? So
I thought it was about the fact that I can sing. Exactly. You want to do something with my voice beyond singing.
That's the last thing I want. So I think that's why I normally don't have much benefits. I just from get-go. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll come myself. I'll come when I want and whatever.
Oh, yeah. I'll make sure that nothing is on you so I don't owe you.
Exactly.
Or you don't feel as though I do.
Yeah.
No, that's a very careful way of moving around. I don't think it's fair that you have to do that, or you have to think for other people and realize some people are manipulative or blah blah blah. Like you thinking ahead, but it's important that you might as well just do this because a lot of men are not changing or probably won't change. So protect yourself at all costs. So I think you covered a bit of the cons. Are there any other cons?
Are there any
because
other
you kind of
cons?
touched on cons when you were trying to go for pros. There's no pros.
Are there any other cons?
Yeah, other cons of being a woman in this industry,
Yes, there are. In terms of it being a male-dominated industry, I think a lot of men are more comfortable with knowing the technical work. And when a female comes into that space and they know what they're talking about, then it's, why are you telling me this?
It's like you disregard it.
Exactly. Like, I'm a guy, you know, I know how this is supposed to be. And it's kind of hard to have a synergy with a person who kind of thinks you don't know anything because you're a woman. Yeah, so I think that's also the downside of it.
Yeah, and you are a woman who go to, like we mentioned, the other field you are in plumbing, where you know of something that's very male dominated. I mean, music is male dominated in certain aspects, like you mentioned, more of the technical parts. But if you're gonna go vocally, I think it's female. At least the best singers. Maybe the most I don't know how it works, but yeah, for the most part, when I think of vocalists, I think female.
You think females, yeah.
Plumbing, for instance, is very like everywhere. There's no section for women are dominating here.
Yeah.
How has that been? Is it exactly the same? Like what you said, that sometimes you know this much, but it's disregarded, or is it, how do you gain respect as a woman? How
you don't gain respect as a woman in plumbing. You just have to do your best, and when you need help, you just have to say, I need help. This nut, bolt or whatever is too hard for me to
screw or something.
To unscrew or to screw. You just have to, you when you need manpower, just don't be afraid to ask. Because it's something, but for me, I don't feel respected. I don't feel like, oh man, she's a woman and she's doing plumbing. I don't feel like that.
Do you feel that it's fair? Because what you said that you say you don't feel respected. Do you feel disrespected in many?
You know what?
Or is it more of a does it feel very equal that no one really goes out of their way to applaud you for being a woman?
I think I don't care anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't care because I know I'm not going to be applauded. I know I'm not going to be applauded for fixing the problem, you know. I know I'm not going to be as celebrated as a man would be because I am a woman. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing. So it doesn't bother me much.
And you've seen this play out where that's exactly what I did. Why are you applauding this dude?
Exactly. Yeah, I have. I've experienced it. I've actually experienced a lot of sabotage from a man. And it kind of feels like, but this is boring. But now I don't care because at the end of the day, I know I did it. So
yeah, that's okay. That's the objective. Couch casting. Not in plumbing. I don't know. I don't know if it applies in plumbing. The term, maybe it's a different term. But couch casting musically.
I don't know what couch casting is. What is it?
Basically, it's a term that's used mainly in the acting field and stuff.
Okay.
When you go auditioning, go in audition, basically, I don't know how they use the couch, but as a metaphor, but it's to say, instead of casting you in a normal manner, you are getting the role because of what you can do for me physically.
Oh.
So it's called couch casting.
Okay,
so maybe, I don't know, maybe I didn't say bed couching. Maybe casting, maybe there's no bed in most audition rooms anyway.
So they have the couch.
I don't know. But have you felt anything where you're like, yes, I had to lose out on this opportunity? Because
not yet.
I said no. Dude,
not yet. Not yet, because I haven't really made it. I can't say Mang Mang knows me or Mang Mang doesn't know me. Honabano, to people who know I sing, I'm just a singer. You know, they don't know what I have to bring to the table, and I haven't really gotten an opportunity to be in that setting yet.
Or like
if it's gonna come, that guy is gonna feel my fury. I'm not gonna punch him. And
doesn't know.
But you know what? To avoid that, I normally have a male person come with me,
accommodating you.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere I go.
That's awesome. Yeah. I wish it wasn't that way, but yeah.
Ish.
Ish.
Like
Ish.
it's
Ish. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The world we live in. Music now. Okay. Financial challenges. For instance, I'm assuming that that's why you might need a balance between a 9 to 5 and the arts. How is it? How does it work out?
I don't want to lie to you.
Yeah.
Being an alternative musician is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because they don't want to pay. No one wants to pay someone they don't know, you know? And and especially how we are looked at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not making music for 85-year-olds. I'm not making music for 40-year-olds. I'm making music for the youth.
Yeah.
But the youth who understand me at my level of thinking. Because I'm also young. I just speak on different things.
Yeah, what relates to you.
Exactly.
And the reason why I'm guessing you mentioned this older group of people is because that's where maybe money is more.
No, that's where there's less money. Because
with the older group.
Yeah, because let's face it, right? For people like us, like maybe you want to be in an ensemble, you have to be booked by a theater.
Yeah.
Theater space and it's not going to be as broad as a festival type vibe. You know what I mean? So I will say commercial artists do get more gigs than alternative artists, because we really depend on that platform being big enough so that we can make enough money. You know what I mean? So
can you give examples of alternative genres? Just maybe three.
Three.
Just so that the listener can understand, this is the type of music.
Indie vibes, your mellow jazz hop, your jazz is pretty alternative. Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, not the mapiano you mentioned.
No, not the mapiano.
So, but you, like you mentioned, there are times or occasions where you feel the need to have to. Do you feel a need to do that, or do you also want to explore those genres? Is it about
which genres?
The commercial ones. Is it about or visibility, or is it genuinely on some artist tip of, you know what, I also want to try that out once in a while?
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Continue.
That's the reason why I actually got a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like to push my passion, I need money.
Okay.
Right. And if I were to do it on a commercial stunt or on a commercial platform, I feel as though I wouldn't be representing myself in the best way possible, and I don't want to compromise that. So I'd rather spend from my own pocket than, you know, then
I've compromised myself a lot.
I don't want to do it anymore because it depresses me, and I really then hate what I'm doing, and I want to leave, and I don't want to do it anymore, and I don't want to.
Because you're not doing it the right way. It's either I do it right or I don't do it at all.
Not right, Mara. You know what?
Or the way I want to do it.
The way you want to do it.
Which is the right way. I would say that's what
exactly.
I mean by right. Yeah. No, that's interesting. But so I'm guessing you still have the average journey of the typical South African black woman when it comes to maybe resources, when it comes to, you know, maybe even in the household. How's the family been in regards to receiving this journey? Are they pro? Are they for it? Are they, you know, what are are there any challenges within? Like,
yes,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah, having to convince them and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, having been raised by a single parent, a mother,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like she's always worried about who I'm around. You know, especially when you look at the situation in South Africa and, you know, GBV and all of that stuff. You can't be 100% about your child now as a girl coming home ka 11. Yeah, we do ke mang o mirileng or ho irahetseng. So in terms of that, yes, she is worried all the time. But I feel like she's supporting me in the best way she possibly can. She's doing her best, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, similar to me, some you don't always see that with everyone else, that they get that support. And so would you count yourself lucky in some ways?
I am lucky. I am very lucky. Yeah, to receive the support I get from her, I am, because no one wants to be hearing a person singing so yeah, man, I think she's doing the best that she can.
Yeah, because we do have everything, like you mentioned, alternative. Everything's alternative for a musician. Time. You know, the times when we do this or do that, you could be working in the evening today. You could be working in the daytime. Like there's no time off.
Yeah, true.
And it makes things harder, and really needs people to be accommodating.
Yeah.
To your lifestyle, which is very abstract.
Yes.
And relationship wise, do you find it hard to date because you are a musician, and maybe there's like you said, you always have to be around men, maybe to assist you or whatever, so you're not alone, you're not the only woman, or you're not the only person, and you know, so do you come across guys who are like bothered by that, and and I got a musician,
all the time. Wait, do you mean
like jealousy, or maybe the guy finds sort of, no, I think it would be too hard to date
the guy
because
I'd
of
be
your
dating?
lifestyle. Yeah, the guy you'd be dating. Yeah.
Yes. I think let's kind of like just put it out there, right? The guy I'd be dating,
I'm worried. Yeah.
would be the guy who I'd be going to all these places with.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes the friction comes from the other side, from whoever may have to help me, because I'm with this guy now. He's like,
or the person you're working with, let's say.
Disturbing me. I wanna push this.
Or like, why did you come at Joe?
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah.
I thought it's just me and you.
Exactly. So yeah.
There's a lot of that. Also.
There is. There's not a lot of it, but it does happen.
But your partner understands what it is, and you find a way to make him secure about the situation, because
you know what, to be honest,
yeah,
a guy, he's a guy, you know. He's a man. At the end of the day, he needs to be considered. His feelings need to be considered, because vele he already has all these odds stacked up against him, and he's not gonna speak. So I have to consider his feelings to a certain level, and I think I try my best. I try my best. Yeah.
You try. Okay, cool. That's fair. So journey wise, right? Do you think that you say you want you want to create your music in a certain way, to be a certain sound and not to be commercial? And then how has your approach been in regards to partnering up, like signing up with companies? Or is that the goal? Is it not the goal?
No.
Not at all.
Nah.
Not even assistance in some regard.
You know what? As long as there's money involved.
You get traumatized.
I am. As long as there's money involved and it's a man, he's gonna want to take advantage of you in some way. If it's not sexually, if it's not in this or that way, it's gonna be in some kind of way. He's probably gonna want more than what you have to get.
Okay.
And I don't want that 50-50. I don't. It's either we're doing this together, or I don't want the 60-40. I don't want the 70-30. It's either we're doing it together or we're not doing it at all.
Okay. No one should own a part of your what? No, it's a
Let's not bring your ego into our workspace, because
Okay.
I have an
Okay, I get
ego,
what you're saying.
you know?
So, do you think the need for female executives is there? That, like you said, you specifically spoke about a man. Because would you be more open to a record label
To
that
working.
has,
No.
all female situation?
No. I feel like I want to be in my own space. And if I were to be a part of a record label, I'd want to sign myself, because then I'd be in control. I know how these things work.
Yeah.
I've been in a position where I felt like I needed to get out, and and I couldn't, so I had to leave my things there. And leaving your things there sometimes is not a great feeling.
So can we touch a bit more on that? You don't have to be specific with names and stuff.
I won't.
But by things, I'm guessing your music, the stuff you
Yeah.
recorded with that
Yes.
company or whatnot.
Yeah.
Was it like a contract that
It
you
was a
signed?
contract. Yeah.
Were you young and vulnerable?
Yes.
About how old were you at the time?
Around about 20, but between 20 and 22.
Naive.
2022.
And then who guided you through the process? Like, I know your boyfriend guides you to the to the recordings. Then who guides you to? Was there anyone who assisted with that or not?
You know what? I feel like in that space, I had to grow up too quickly. I had to grow up and just decide to guide myself in that space.
Yeah.
Because already the men were guiding the whole thing. And I already felt like, but I have to do this, I have to do that. And look, I'm not against men. I want to put it out there. I'm not against men, and I'm not a feminist.
Yeah.
But I will stand my ground.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But is that sorted out now? Are you free from these chains?
You know what? I'm free. I'm free from the chains.
Okay.
And I've let go of the music.
Oh man.
It's okay. Like, I felt like it didn't. Right now, I'm making things that represent me as an artist than I did back then. Back then, I was still raw, and I was like, yeah, no, So now it's like, now it's like chill.
Now
I
you chilled.
understand where I'm going.
Okay, cool. So what are your objectives? Like, what's your goal? What's your dream? What are your dreams
My dream.
in this music thing? Like, yeah. Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what's gonna make you say, yeah,
I made it.
I did that thing.
I did it.
I did the things. I can chill now.
Ooh, I think being able, like, building a space that can cater for people like me. I think then I'd say, this is great, because I want that. I want musicians like me to have a place to go to when they need to do what they need to do. Because for me, that's been the hardest thing. you know? Yeah.
Wow, that's so selfless. You didn't even mention your own. Hey, but like
Joguluya crash. Then kisatsugaing. So if I have that, then I can always.
That's so beautiful. That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
That's so nice. Shin. Wow, yeah, I'm speechless.
Oh, Waban.
Yeah, so I think everyone, if they only knew that, everyone should help your career become a success, because that helps everyone in turn. Like, yeah, guys, help Luyanda, please. She needs the money.
Hey, don't come here with your 60-foot here.
Yeah, no. Don't come here being a crook, though.
Yeah.
Straight up donation.
Ow!
Yeah, just
Right.
give the money. That's
Right.
it. I'll manage the account.
Ah!
Anyway. Yeah, so let's get into your other hustles.
Oh, yeah.
You have other, like I mentioned, design, right? So what do you do as a designer? And does this come from music, or where did you, like, because everything sounds like it goes together, yeah. So yeah.
Yes, it does go together. If you're gonna say that, then yes, it does go together. The whole design aspect of my career as a creative, that came from a place of losing everything I had. I had to decide, okay, from here, how am I gonna survive?
Wow.
you know. And I was like, okay, no, then let me make something that's gonna generate income.
Yeah.
And it all started as an idea. Yes, I'd lost everything, but I had to figure it out, and I had to ask my mom to teach me how to crochet. I had to ask my mom to teach me how to knit and do all those things. And yeah, that came from that place.
So you knit, you crochet is what? What's the difference between crochet and knitting? Is it the same thing?
No, it's not. Knitting, you need 2 needles for knitting, and you need 1 for crocheting.
Oh, and crocheting is like it's bigger threads. Oh,
No,
not really.
you can use different yarns for either knitting and crocheting. It's just the technique that's different.
Oh, the technique.
Because you need 2 needles when
For
you
knitting.
knit, and then you need 1 needle for crocheting.
Oh, but what you're making could be the same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can make a scarf with either. If I could knit a scarf, or I could crochet a scarf.
And those scarves would look the same, or would the thread show? Or this one goes
They would
this
be
way?
different because,
Okay.
they would be
Because
they
of
would be
the
different
tools
because
and
of the
the
tools
technique.
that you're using. Yeah.
Oh, and you're wearing a lovely jersey today.
Thank
Did you do this one?
No. This is machine work. This
you
is
do
somebody's
this.
machine
Okay,
work.
my
You know, this is, yeah.
Okay. No, but I'm familiar with your work. I'm familiar with that as well.
Yeah.
And then what does Luyanda offer as like the services, professional services? What does Luyanda offer? So it's the crocheting,
The
knitting,
knitting,
and
the
you
weaving,
yeah.
Whatever comes to my head, and I decide maybe it's like I've always wanted to do these bins, right? So that's been in my mind
do
for
what?
like the dustbin.
Oh,
Bins,
dustbins.
yeah, bins.
For men are trash.
No,
I
money.
don't know.
No, but yeah, like
Maybe can you woke things again?
What
Yeah.
for me,
Sorry, my
dude?
bad.
but yeah, no, like
Yeah.
in that regard, maybe I'd have an idea, and then I'd want to create that thing, and I'd have to draw, and then I'd have to kind of execute it. So yeah, I'm a designer in that regard,
Okay.
or as far as that goes. Yeah.
All right. I've learned so much from you. So you said like we are ending it. What was the how about for?
No, I know. That was me being humble.
So
Yeah.
Luyanda, the designer,
Yeah.
the musician, the artist, which is a songwriter, and the crocheter. Do I call it a crocheter? Or a knitter?
Anita, I don't know about crochet,
At
but
least
you
you
know
don't
what
know
it
those
is. What it is.
terminologies.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. She's trying to sing. She's busy singing. Do you want to sing something for us?
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe I'll play something for them now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll play something towards the end of this.
Oh, yeah, I go. Oh, you are gonna
will.
play
As
something.
long as you give me something to play, I'll play.
You're gonna play something.
Yeah, I'll play something towards the end. Thank you so much, Luyanda.
Thank you.
And
for
I'd
having
like
me
for
here.
I'd like for you to give us more details on where to find you. The crocheting and the music stuff. Because some people maybe want a vocalist, a writer. You know, some people
Well.
probably want a jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Krochies at Krochies. It's on Instagram, and it's got a Facebook page.
So
At
Krochies is spelled
Krochies.
IES. Okay.
Yes, IES.
At Krochies
At Krochies.
on Instagram.
On Instagram,
And they'll see all your
yeah.
lovely work there.
Yes.
Your
yes,
face
yes,
sometimes.
Yes, my face sometimes.
And then the music stuff. Oh, Krochies is only on Instagram, not on the other platforms, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then music?
Music, Instagram is Luyanda. It's actually Lu__Yanda.
2 underscores.
Yeah.
Yanda.
Yeah.
So Lu Lu.
__Yanda.
Yanda is
No,
YANDA.
ANDA.
Pardon? Did I say right?
Yeah, you're right. It's Y.
YANDA.
Yeah, YANDA.
Okay, cool.
Luyanda.
I know you handle more than you. I'm following you. You don't follow yourself. Thank you so much. There's no contact details. It's fine. They'll just find you there.
Hey, no contact
No
details.
phone
No.
They won't know how to call. They'll call after 9 and cause
I'll
problems.
give my mother the phone. She'll deal with you.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much, Luyanda.
Thank you.
This was so lovely. Happy Women's Month.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shout out to you. I'm so inspired by you. Thanks again
Shout
for
out to
coming
you.
on, and all the best with your future and
All
yeah.
the best with your future. I'm a huge follower of the channel, and I'm actually very humbled to be here, and thank you for having me. This was great.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Say bye.
Bye.
That's Luyanda saying bye.
Adios.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone for listening to another episode of The Light Side of Life. Peace.